Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm out here visiting family, so excuse the environment. Trying to make this right. I want to make sure everything is working correctly. If you can hear and see me kind of well, um, put the LUs in the chat. Let me make sure everything on my end is good. Give me 1 second, y'all. You know I gotta check everything that we need to check. Okay. So LinkedIn looks good. Instagram looks good. Okay. So welcome to another session of the Cloud Confidence Clinic. I'm here to help you build a new mindset to help you land a cloud role. My name is Broadus Palmer. For those who don't know me, I am cloud career coach and founder of Level Up in Tech, where we help mid-career professionals level up in cloud engineering by helping them learn how to solve problems as a cloud engineer without wasting time on content and just activities that doesn't really move the needle for them, and we help them land high-paying roles. But with this particular Cloud Confidence Clinic, I'm here to just answer questions, and I'm here to kind of just really, I know a lot of you come in here with a certain frame of mind, and I want to reframe that mind and help you leave with a new frame so you can be more successful on your journey. So questions that you have, please put them in the chat. I need all the questions I can get. If I can answer them, I will answer them. If I can't, I say, hey, I can't, or let me do a little more research and I can reach out to you through DM, TikTok, wherever you're coming from. So, excuse me, my phone is going off, y'all. So, I want to really just stress the importance of just really understanding that I always want to just remind y'all, right? A lot of this content is going to just be reminding you because we tend to forget a lot of things. And I want to just remind y'all that this industry is wide open for y'all. There's nothing around me or my teammate or anybody that you're looking at on LinkedIn or TikTok or whatever that says they can do something, but you can't. All you have to do is just start learning. And the number one thing that we need to fix is the mindset. A lot of y'all right now want to get into cloud, want to get into tech, but you're already telling yourself that you can't do it. And you're already looking at it from a good debt, bad debt perspective. So let me explain to you more about what I mean. So we have this understanding of like, hey, we know there's a cloud industry. The cloud industry is always booming. AI is booming, right? But it scares you because you don't think you're smart enough to learn what others have learned. And I'm always going to say this to you. It's the tech can be easily learned. Okay. It's your mindset that's going to either help you succeed or push you to fail. The tech, everything that you're looking at that's super technical that people are putting out there and are talking about that's probably going way over your head, that stuff can be learned. It's this. So like when you hear somebody talking about technical stuff, and you go, I can never learn that. I don't even know what they're talking about. You already put yourself in a failing position because you're telling yourself that you can't learn it. When this stuff is super easy to learn. Like even terminology. Like, okay, what is a port? Or, what is an EC2 instance? Or what is a virtual machine? What is an object? What is this storage service? All of these things can be looked up in ChatGPT or Grok or Claude or whatever AI tool that you use right now, because we know a lot of y'all using it for work. You can literally say, "Hey, ChatGPT, can you explain to me what an EC2 instance is, but explain to me like I'm 10?" And ChatGPT will literally explain it to you like you're 10. Once again, showing you how easy and accessible the tech that you can learn is. We're dealing with this. This is going to make or break you. I had a conversation with a student 2 days ago, and they were on some of the pre-work while we were on a week one, and the student was still on the pre-work, didn't show up, and they was just down on themselves, like, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to just memorize everything, and it's so hard for me. And I just, they're trying to become an expert just with the pre-work. They were trying to become an expert before they moved on to the next thing. And I told them, I said, hey, listen, like, you're being really hard on yourself, where the journey here is to become exposed. You'll start learning and gaining experience and understanding how things work once you keep showing up, right? But to force yourself to become an expert because you're so insecure, is for lack of a better word. You're so insecure, or maybe that's the right word. You're so insecure in yourself, as far as you don't want to be embarrassed, you don't want to be wrong, that you trying to force yourself to become an expert in something that you can't become an expert in, especially in the amount of time that you've given yourself to become an expert in. So the experience comes with you continuously showing up, and the experience that you're looking for comes when you get the job. Right now, you want to be exposed to as many things as you can, and then learn how a lot of them solve problems and work with each other. So that way, when you get into the interview, you can talk about your exposure, because the exposure is the experience. You're not going to, like, let's say if you're on Linux right now, let's say you are in a program, or you're giving yourself a timeline, and you separated your work into modules. Like, okay, for the next 4 weeks, I'm learning Linux. And you're scared to move on to the next subject because you feel like, okay, 4 weeks is up, but I gotta master this. I have to know. You don't. You don't. Because all of these things are going to come into play when you learn more technology. When you learn more, like if you're trying to, okay, I need to learn Linux before I move on to cloud. But guess what? When you launch a virtual machine and you need to SSH into it, connect to it through port 22, if it's a Linux instance, guess what? You're building your experience of using your Linux skills on an actual cloud server. You're still going to use Linux when you're deploying Docker, that's containers for y'all. When you're using infrastructure as code like Terraform, when you deploying applications on the server, whatever you're doing, if you're using a Linux system, you're using Linux. You're using your Linux admin skills. You're building it. So why try to figure out how everything in Linux works in 4 weeks when everything that you're going to touch, you're going to use it from now on anyway? It's the mindset that's keeping you from learning these things. All right. So just real quick, as I'm talking, any questions y'all have, put them in the chat. I'm here to answer questions. Like, it's no need to, like, I want you to come to these sessions and get everything that you can out of them. But I also want for you to get your questions answered as well. Okay. So her mindset was, I had to be this expert. And I'm like, no, you don't. You just need to show up every day. And some of y'all just need to show up. Everything else doesn't matter. Just show up. Like when you want to lose weight and get in the best shape of your life, And you got to trust the process, right? Because what we do, let's put it in this analogy. What we do is we go work out and eat right, but we weigh ourselves every single day. Every single day. And not understanding how our body fluctuates with water weight, retention, and all of that. And let's say we gain a pound tomorrow, and we like, see, I'm not, what I'm doing is not working. And the whole time you didn't even realize what you drank last night had a little sodium in it that caused your body to hold that water weight overnight, but it's going to flush itself out in the evening. But you're wearing yourself like, see, I'm not even losing weight. The whole time you don't even understand the process. What you need to do is just continue to show up and do the work. Don't even worry about the result right now. And then 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 90 days from now, 120 days from now, you put on that shirt and you like, oh, snap. I haven't put this shirt on in 2 years. That's the same thing that we're dealing with when we're learning technology and cloud computing. You're going to show up every single day, and then you're going to get a lab project or exercise, and you're going to think to yourself, I don't know how to do this. You're going to panic because your mind is telling you you can't do it. And then after you do it, you're like, wow, I didn't give myself enough credit for what I've learned. I realized I learned a crap ton and I got this done. I didn't even know I was this strong. You see what I'm saying? So let's see what this question is. What about those of us who are considered overemployed, trying to strike a balance between working multiple jobs and doing coursework and project work? Well, I think, if I'm going to keep it real, the first thing that comes to my mind is, what are your goals, right? I mean, I'm just going to say, if you're overemployed, your goal is to make as much money you possibly can. So if you're saying that you're too busy because of your jobs, then I'm pretty sure that if I looked at your day, and I could be wrong, but if I looked at your day, I can find time, even between your jobs, and if you got a family, you got kids, I can find time where you can upskill, even if it's an hour a day. Even if it's an hour a day where you're doing some exercises, that's still upskilling. And guess what? You continue to learn new things at your job. So like you can use your lunch break, or you can get up an hour earlier, or you could just dedicate an hour before you go to bed to pick up a new skill, do a new project, do a new quick start tutorial and build something, right? And then you could take it to work and show them what you're doing. If they're not doing it, and this thing that you're learning can actually help your team, your department, etc., automate a lot of things or deploy the same services but be more cost controlled, whatever, cost optimization, etc., you can go and learn something at home and take it to work and show them exactly what you're doing and become an all-star. Thank you. Yep, Kendra, a little progress is still progress, especially if you're overemployed. You're making the money. So you're just trying to just build new skills. And sometimes you got people in roles, and it may not be you, but I'm just saying, some people are overemployed right now and are stressed because they don't have the skills that they need. And their mind is telling them, hey, if you don't build these skills, you're going to lose your job. So they're stressing and they have anxiety. So they're trying to run rampant with trying to learn instead of planning your day. My day is mostly planned out of 30-minute blocks. So plan your evening, that's prepared. Be prepared to learn every single day. If you're not prepared, then now you're sticking it where it can fit in. And guess what? If you're sticking it, trying to stick it where to fit in, it's not a priority. And if things are not a priority on your list, they're not going to get done. So you have to treat it like it's a priority. You have to plan it. So like if tomorrow, your studying time should be planned. It shouldn't be, oh, I got this thing done. I got this. Okay, so when I get back from here, I might try to slide it in. No, then it's not a priority for you. Things that are priorities take priority on your schedule. You see what I'm saying? Like we have time to do this. Like think about it. We walk in a restaurant. I'm just being super transparent. We walk in somewhere and let's say we're uncomfortable. We walk in somewhere we don't know. We go to a little get together, a little meet or something like that. The first thing we do if we don't know anyone or we're not talking to anyone, we just reach our phone. We go like this because now we ain't got to talk to nobody. We could be in here. But guess what? Hey, instead of reaching for your phone, scrolling on TikTok, you could take those few minutes to be looking at documentation, reading something. Like, okay, oh, all right. This right here, we probably spend hours a day that we're not even digesting in our mind. That this probably gets 4 or 5 hours a day out of you. Guaranteed. You look at your analytics on your phone, I guarantee you your phone is getting 5 hours a day and you can map it to a certain application that is getting the most time. Cut the application. Like if you got TikTok, you on TikTok 3 hours, just be on TikTok 2 hours and dedicate 1 hour to you upskilling. So let's see. I saw the post you mentioned about healthcare as a CNA. I don't know how to explain or correlate how patient care equates to cloud. So what do you mean? Like if you're documenting patient care, right? So like when a patient is being seen, you have to document what's going on, right? What if that's you have to document what the patient was seen for, what was done, and what the results were, and let's say what the follow-up is, right? You use that same scenario because when you're documenting, you're not documenting for yourself, you're documenting for other people to see. If they're seeing this patient, they can literally go in the notes and see what's going on with this patient. That's exactly what you're doing with your projects. If something went wrong with the patient, you have to document it and document whatever fix you gave the person and how it helped them. So if you're doing a project, I need to see like what problem does this project solve? What obstacles did you have to go through to solve the problem? What failures or what troubleshooting that you encountered to get to the solution, and what was the solution? That's it. I don't need to see, here's my solution. Okay, what problem are you solving? Like, okay, I'm think about it. I deployed a static website to an S3 bucket. Okay, cool. Everybody does that. But can everybody tell you what problem this solves? Why companies do this? And guess what? Even though it's a simple project, I know it didn't work 1, 2, 3. So let's tell the truth. Hey, I clicked on this and I couldn't get it to work and I forgot that I did. Tell the truth, because somebody that comes behind you looking at this will try to do the same thing and they will go through the same error. So why not help them run through it quickly? That's the same thing you're doing at your job, right? What tools are you using behind the scenes for your patients? Little do you know, if you chat GPT the tools that you're using, you could probably correlate it to a cloud service that the tool is hosted on. Or it's a cloud tool itself. And you'd be like, oh, this is similar to. So all you have to do is just research a little bit with ChatGPT. That's your buddy right now. All right, Kendra. Let's see. I find reading outside my area of responsibility helps me to retool my skills. It helps me to see opportunities others miss. Absolutely. Because what you're doing essentially is you're learning other people's jobs, right? So, and that's the best thing. That's the best place to be when you're in a role. If you got a team member that's in another department, and this can help as well if you have a confidence issue where, let's say you're not feeling as confident as you're supposed to feel when you're in a role, because we all don't. But let's say you have a teammate that's more senior, but you feel like they're on you because, and sometimes teammates are like that, right? They get on you if they feel like you're not adequate. They can be haters, they can challenge you, etc. Guess what? Learn their job too. So not only learn yours, push yourself to learn how their department solve problems and how the business works through their department as well. So that way you could be confident enough to not only do your job, but if they need help as well, now you're guiding them and helping them as well. Or just diving in like, hey, I know this, I can definitely help y'all. Not saying it's gonna make you buddy buddy with the person, but it helps you become more valuable with that company. And you can build tangible skills. Yes. You build those skills that become great for you to. So let me warn this. The thing is, if you want to be promoted, if you want to grow, if you want to become manager, if you want to do something like, let's say this is your stepping stone, right? The easiest way for you to transition into a role is if you're already doing it. So think about it right now. You want to be a cloud engineer. A lot of you on the call want to be a cloud engineer. The easiest way for you to become a cloud engineer, for somebody to transition you into a cloud engineer role, is for you to show that you're already doing the work. And I guarantee you, over 50% of y'all are not doing that. You're not showing your work. So how you expect somebody to believe that you can be on the team and be an asset if you can't even show me what you're doing in simplistic form on LinkedIn? This is your advertisement. I'm talking to somebody here that's not doing this yet. This is your advertisement. If you're scared to advertise to people who you say you want to work for, how you solving problems, then how you expect me to understand how you can solve my problem and give you 100,000 cash in that? Thought I would come by and say hi. Just saw the live. Love the advice. Hey, thank you, Kathleen. Appreciate it. We should do a live too. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. Go ahead and let's reach out. Go ahead and get that live and put that in. Somebody said, manager, no, don't need a headache. But somebody may want to be a manager, right? But I'm just saying, anyone wants to transition into a role, lead, I want to be a senior DevOps engineer, whatever. Okay, you have to show that you're doing the job. And then if you don't, and then somebody else gets the role, oh, see, they're playing politics at work. You ain't doing the work. How they playing politics when you ain't doing the work? How you mad because somebody got the job over you and you trying to transition? Let's say you a nurse, you a CNA. Let's call it Kendra. You a CNA, and you go and somebody get the job over you that's just like you. Somebody that's not in tech, and they transition into a role, and you mad now. But you're not even showcasing your work. Especially, you're not showcasing your work with the tools that they want you to learn and have experience with to solve their problem. You're too busy trying to show some other bullshit that they don't care about. They don't care. Oh, I did this. They don't care. How does it solve my problem? If it doesn't, I don't care. You're not getting $100,000 from me. Think about it. Think about this. Think about you go to a dealership and you're looking for a sports car, and the salesman try to sell you a van. You think he gonna get your money? You looking for a sports car. You looking for something smooth, fast. You like, this my dream car, luxury joint. I want sport. I want luxury. I want a V8. But he talking about, hey, this Honda Odyssey. What, bro? You got kids, bro. What you talking about? You're not going to give him the money. That's the same thing you're doing. That's the same thing you're doing. Oh, we need you to have 2 years of experience with Terraform. Guess what? You don't need to have the 2 years, but you best believe you better have multiple, and I mean multiple Terraform projects that show how you can solve problems the same way that they solve problems. If you don't, you ain't getting the money. Hey, listen, is anyone getting anything out of this? Put the LU in the chat if you are. I want to make sure you're getting some gems out of this. Put the thumbs down in the chat if you aren't. I'm open to criticism. Please give it to me. I just want to make sure y'all getting something out of this. Let me see. All right. So, what decision are you gonna make? What decision are you going to make? You're going to start showing that you can do the job so you can easily slide in there, or you could continue to make it hard on yourself. Which one? Well, I had a guy I swear to God, people, not just that guy, but people keep saying, man, I mean, I ain't too comfortable with showcasing my projects on LinkedIn like that, or, writing up my projects and stuff. I ain't too comfortable with, you don't want a job. You don't want a job. So be comfortable staying where you at. Because somebody else going to get that. Somebody hungry like me that's going to showcase their projects, learn how their projects solve those problems for the business that they apply to, and go come in and show everything that I've been doing that to help your company make money, because I want the bag too. You can go ahead and stay where you at. And then you can go ahead and put on LinkedIn that the industry's saturated and you can't find a job, when the whole time it's your ass that's your own worst enemy. Y'all want the truth? That's the truth. It's time to get to work, baby. It ain't time to sit here and lollygag and play around. You want a job, don't you? Act like it. Well, I want a job, but I don't want to do everything. You know what, brothers? I want it to be easy, brothers. I want it to be easy. It's supposed to be easy, man. It ain't easy. And guess what? The question is going to be, since it's not easy, what are you going to do about it? Because guess what? A lot of people like me and people on this call going to look at hard and say, hey, it might be hard, but I'm going through it because I know I got to go through it to get to it. And ain't nobody going to stop me from getting to it. You, on the other hand, may let something just a little as a error in your project stop you from going through this journey. And you said, I quit, man. I quit because you ain't even strong here yet. Or maybe you haven't been tested your life. Maybe everything has been easy for you. So now when you're trying to get into this, you got a little friction and you don't like friction. But guess what? If you want to go from 50 to 100, it's going to be some friction because you got to stretch and grow. This shit don't happen in your comfort zone. Success doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Hence, that's why you are where you are. You've been doing the same thing for the last 5 years, and it requires for you to do something different. I'm talking to somebody out here. I'm talking to somebody. Let me see. Even though my projects aren't setting the world on fire, I have to start small. I tried jumping into challenging projects and I got overwhelmed and took a break. You know what? I'm just going to call you out. You've been doing this too long to be overwhelmed with more advanced projects. You got a whole network. You got a coach you can reach out to. This here is stopping you from getting into the industry. I hate to do that to you, baby girl. I hate to do that to you, but I gotta call it what it is because I can't say nothing but the truth. Because if I tell you the truth, then you can get the right mindset. We've been doing this too long. You've been letting people who aren't even smarter than you outwork you and showcase they can solve the problems and get jobs over you. Meanwhile, you are too scared to tackle advanced projects. Then how you gonna do a job? How you gonna do that? I'm your coach. I'm giving it to you the way you're supposed to have it. It's yours. It's already yours. You got to become who you need to become to get it. You letting other people get in line that don't even supposed to be there. Like, oh, I'll take that because she's too scared. I take that because she's too scared. Oh, that job she applied to, I got that because she was too scared. She didn't want to showcase how she was solving their problems. If you don't showcase how you solve their problems, you're not going to get the bag. Point blank, period. So you can take that how you want to take that, right? But that's what it is. If you can't solve their problems, you're not going to get paid. And guess what? If somebody takes you on not knowing how to solve their problems, you're not going to get paid either. They're going to penny pinch you, pay you a low wage, and keep you in a learning cycle for a long time because they charging and making money off of you. Crazy. Let me see. It's easy to do the fundamental part. Doing the advanced and complex is where you shine. Absolutely. The fundamentals, it's easy. Like, go through the motions. It's tech. It ain't going to kill you. Even if it takes you a week. Document the whole process, bro. Document it. Video. Get stretched. Get out of your comfort zone. Listen, man, look, I can't tell y'all enough. The success lies out of your comfort zone. You have to stretch and grow. You have to get out of the scared mentality that's stopping you from getting into a role. Y'all want it the way you want it. I want to work my job right now, and I just want to, I want to just take my time and don't push myself, but I want the job. Like, how you going to take your time and don't push yourself, but you want something that's challenging coming to you? Like, make that make sense. $100,000, $90,000, whatever the salary is. How are you going to expect somebody to pay you to solve their problem when you won't even push yourself? So if I give you the $85,000 now to come on my team, you're going to act the same way you acting at home. I'm going to have to come in, bring a team in to hold your hand every step of the way because you're scared to step outside of your comfort zone. I might as well get an $85,000 to somebody else who want it. You said you want it. I'm talking to somebody too. I just hope y'all getting something out of this. Put the LUs in the chat if you're getting something out of this. Put the diamonds in the chat. Diamonds. Let me know. Like, if I'm being too rough on y'all, let me know. But you need to hear this. Ain't nobody going to tell you this. Oh, let me tell you, you just need to, it's a resume, the structure of your resume. It ain't the structure of your resume. It's the shit you got on it. You ain't got enough shit to show that you can make me want to pay you. That's what it is. You ain't got enough shit on your resume to make me want to pay you. And then you're going to knock on my door. Hey, I see you got a role. Hey, look, I want my grass cut. And I'll put a sign at the end of my yard. I need yard work. I need the grass cut. I need my mulch bed done, my hedges trimmed. You knock on my door. Hey, sir, I'm coming to cut your grass. I see you was paying $100 an hour. Hey, I can show you, like, I haven't cut full yards yet, and I haven't mulched any beds yet, and I haven't cut any hedges, but I can show you, like, where I weed eat it. I did some weed eating, on a couple of properties. What? So you want me to pay you $100 an hour and you don't even know how to cut grass? You haven't even attempted it. You haven't even attempted to dump mulch in a mulch bed. You haven't attempted to cut my hedges or cut any hedges with that. But you want $100 an hour. Look, yo, stop the dumb shit. My great uncle used to say, cut the dumb shit. Cut the dumb shit. Cut it. You know exactly what you need to do. And I'm not just talking to one person. I'm talking to everybody. You know exactly what you need to do to become successful. You just ain't doing it. You just ain't doing it. You trying to find somebody that'll tell you that you can do something in your comfort zone to get the job when the whole time you got to get out of it. But you want somebody to tell you, oh, you ain't got to do all of that. You can stay right here and be comfortable and get this job. That's what you want somebody to tell you, but ain't nobody finna tell you that. Ain't nobody finna tell you. I damn sure ain't finna tell you. Okay? Y'all got me out here in Florida, sweating like a mug, preaching to y'all, telling y'all what you need to do. So, I got a free community as well where we get free projects, we get free courses. It's a network. Comment community, if you want access, I'll send you the link. Comment community, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, comment community. Let me make sure Instagram people are not asking questions. Let's see. What's up, bro? What up, Coop? So have to check out in the middle of changing shifts. You're right, brothers, and it needed to be said. I'm glad. New follow, your content is useful for someone trying to make a career transition. Thank you so much, Russell. I really appreciate you showing up. Sorry if Russell, I apologize if I'm a little raw, but I'm just being myself. And sometimes people need to hear these things to shift their mind. Because what they don't realize is, like, you praying to God and God already said, yeah. But God requires you to move in order to get this. God requires you to stretch. That's why he's taking some things away from you. That's why he's making some situations difficult, because you're trying to take the easy way, and that's not going to forge you into the engineer that you need to be. You got to go through the fire, whatever the fire looks like. The fire just could be you doing advanced projects, banging your head against the wall for the next 6 months to get the job. If that's what it takes. Listen, it's a line where JC said, he said, if this is all you have to deal with, then deal with it. This ain't work, it's light work. What he mean is, if you want to change your life with the best salary you ever had, and all it requires you to do is sit down daily to focus on solving advanced problems that companies are trying to figure out. If that's all you have to do, then deal with it. It's light work. When you talking, listen, it's people out here that's working in 100 and something degree weather, doing physical work that we not even fit to do daily for a fraction of the pay, and they deal with it. And you talking about something that is tech-wise that you can't get your mind around because you too scared, you don't want it. That's point blank, period. You don't want it. Okay, so there's some people out there right now that is trying to figure out their next step. It's trying to figure out, how can I do this? And I don't want to do this alone. I need the help. I need the right way to do this. I need someone to push me. I need accountability. I need community. I need real experience to build. I need help finding the real job that I need. I need help negotiating. I need help doing whatever it needs to be done so I can move. Even if you're in a tech role, you still have that mentality, right? I've been in tech support for years. I want to move into a cloud role. I just don't know where to start. I'm confused with all the certifications. I don't know which one is the right one. Look, stop right here. I want to invite you to drop the LU in the chat. Drop level up in the chat. And I will reach out personally to see if we might be able to help you with Level Up in Tech to reach your goals. That's the invitation. You don't have to do it by yourself. You can join a whole new community of people that's going to push you to the next level. Level up in the comments. I will reach out to you to see if there's any way we can help you go to this next level. It's time to stop playing. You've seen too many people get the jobs that you want, or you've seen too many people take the jobs that you've been interviewing for. And now it's time to stop playing. It's time to invest in yourself. And remember, I was talking about good debt and bad debt, right? Some people look at it, I don't want to go in, I don't want to, waste no money getting into programs. I don't want to get into it's a such thing as a good debt and bad debt. We do bad debts all the time. Bad debts all the time. Some people take out loans for stupid stuff, credit card debt. You swiping, you don't pay the minimum payments. Oh, let me swipe them, get these clothes. School shopping, get school shop. My kids going back fly. I'm going school shopping. Whole time you're doing that and getting into debt, and you won't even invest into yourself where you can control the return on the interest and investment. Think about that. That's the good debt, the debt that makes you money, similar to you buying property and you renting it out and you making cash flow. This is your cash flow of your career. If you want that opportunity, if you want to see if there's a way we can help you, level up LU in the chat. I will reach out to you tonight. Okay. If you want access to our free community, drop community in the chat as well. Okay. So tomorrow's another day, doing another live. We're going to go through the same thing. We're just going to motivate. We're going to get ready. The destination, look, this is your goal right here. You can get to it. Imagine what life will be when you get in that role. Imagine what life will be when you double your salary, triple your salary. Imagine you being in the role that challenge you, gives you flexibility. Listen, do you understand when I go past BB&T or what is now called Truist, that when I came from, I'm so glad and thankful. And I thank God every day that I ain't got to go back there. When I got my first salary, when I landed my first cloud role, man, my life changed so much. I want the same for you. Just think about it. Just think about what can happen. Think about the possibilities. All we got to do is change your daily activities so you can have it. Level up in the comments. If you don't want to do this alone, or if you're tired of doing this alone, you're overwhelmed, you need structure, you need accountability to help you get to the next level, drop the LU or put level up in the comments. I'm going to reach out to you and join our free community. Drop community in the comments as well, and I will send you a link to join our community as well. All right. So until tomorrow, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for coming, showing love. Please tell a friend about this. Make sure you bring a friend to the live tomorrow so more people can hear the message. More people can get the motivation they need. More people can leave the call on fire for their career and ready to do whatever it takes to go to the next step. Whether it's by yourself, whether it's finding a mentor, whether it's joining a program, whether it's joining a Discord, whether it's going back to college, whatever it is, your career can be changed today. Understand me. Love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.